Welcome on back, fans and haters, chatters and lurkers. We are going right back into Assassin's Creed Black Flag to get the final bits that we need for that coveted 100%. Most of it is in Kenway's fleet, but we're hopefully very, very close to getting that. Let's see. We just spent the last 2.5 hours going through everything collected in the modern day. If that is telling of anything, we will need the first half of next Monday's stream to go through everything we found in the Animus. And I don't want to leave you short by just only going through the modern day stuff. That's not the kind of gamer I am. I'm going to leave you with all of it. So, we'll hoist the colors one last time after this week. But we are going to give that a proper Black Flag send-off. So, have a drink ready next time to raise in cheers with me for when we call for the parting glass. Great Inagua, October of 1722. Ooh.
Gentlemen, how do you find it here?
It will work for us, but our goal must be to scatter our operations, to live and work among the people we protect, just as Altair ibn La'ahad once counseled.
Well, until that time, it's yours as you see fit.
Edward, Captain Woodes Rogers survived his wounds. He has since returned to England, shamed and in great debt, but no less a threat.
I will finish that job when I return. You have my word.
Rogers.
Evening, Anne.
Baron.
Edward?
I'll be sailing for London in the next few months. I'd be a hopeful man if you were beside me.
England's the wrong way around the globe for an Irish woman.
Will you stay with the assassins?
No, I haven't got that kind of conviction in my heart. You?
In time, aye. When my mind is settled and my blood is cooled.
Sail ho! Coming into the cove!
You're a good man, Edward. And if you learn to keep settled in one place for more than a week, you'll make a fine father too.
Edward. This next clipping
Of
through.
all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So felt me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all.
Oh, I love the parting glass.
All the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going, and all the sweets that e'er I've loved, they'd wish me one more gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all.
I can never speak when that song comes on. I have to listen to it. Especially this version. Just the way her voice sounds when she's singing it. It does something. It brings a peace to my mind. I would have called that out, but I just...
Did you always know how to
I
sail a boat?
couldn't. I couldn't
Jackdaw is a
interrupt the
ship,
song.
Jenny, not a boat.
Hey, Loki ate all his
Did you
dinner?
always know?
Nice!
No. No, I learned after leaving Bristol.
After you left Mother?
Well,
His
I
daughter.
I didn't leave without saying goodbye, that is.
That's
It
his
was an
daughter.
arrangement, you see, between your mother and me.
She said you left her. She said you always talked about sailing a boat and making money.
With
in the
Caroline.
I did always want to sail a ship. That's true. But not for a lark. To
His
support
wife
us,
back in England who left
to
him.
take care of her. And you.
Excuse
Not
me.
me. Mother said you didn't know about me. She said you wrote only once a year and that she never knew where to find you.
That's all true, and I'm sorry for that. If I'd known earlier, I don't know. I might have come home. I hope that I would have.
Well, you were busy. That's what I think.
I was, but that wouldn't have mattered.
Can I steal your boat?
Boat? I see no boat here. Do you?
I mean ship, obviously. I don't see the difference anyway.
Ah, it's a very simple one, Jenny. A ship can carry a boat, but a boat cannot carry a ship.
Why then, everything is a ship. Large and small. But for my toy boat, the one I take into the bath with me.
That's a clever way of seeing it.
She's very clever.
Is it hard to talk about Caroline, Jenny? About your mother?
No. She passed some years ago. I miss her, but it's all right.
Was she in pain?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. She was very happy for quite some time. Then, not so happy. I didn't see her much after that. Then, she was gone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you.
It's all right. You're here now. And we're on an adventure.
Only a little one, I hope. Can't handle too many more surprises.
Do you think we'll see a whale?
Yes, there's a very good chance.
And what about pirates? Will I see pirates?
You're looking at one!
No. Not much chance of that, I think.
Edward!
Oh, that's rather sad. I should have liked to have seen one.
Tell you what, Jenny. As soon as these winds die a little, I'll let you steer the Jackdaw. One little trick at the helm before sundown.
Yay!
Yeah. His daughter is adorable. His son, though. Well. Whew. After credits. His son winds up joining the other side.
Miss Jennifer Kenway, may I introduce myself?
Jennifer Scott, if you please.
Oh!
I'm sorry,
My daughter was raised by her mother, Caroline, until she passed away some years ago. Jenny prefers to use her surname to mine.
Oh, yeah.
Please forgive my ignorance.
I will. She may not.
Father, help me.
This little rascal, however, is a Kenway. What's wrong, Haytham?
I can't see the stage.
Up we go.
Well, see, at this
How's that?
point, we had no clue what
But
he'd
won't your
become.
arms tire?
Hey, I'm not so old as that.
Little
But if
shit.
they do, then we shall quit this posh gig and go and meet your mother for some chocolate at White's. How's that sound?
Yes, please.
Okay, hush now.
I've got a little bit of that facial hair. I don't know who Haytham's mum was. I don't. Yeah, I did see that one coming. Alright, there's nothing more to see. This is just credits. Hey, we completed all the main mission constraints. Did it by the book. Alright. Well, she died, I think. Wait a minute. We got all of this. Okay. We had a congrats message. New relic, portrait, emblem, and title unlocked for multiplayer. We don't do multiplayer. But yes, I know for a fact I did that. Alright, to the fleet. Let's see how our missions did. Okay. Now we go into the fights. Sending in the Hercules. We don't run away. Not here. Boat. Victory! All right. We got wine and feathers. That's good. Ship battle. Hercules. Ah. Interesting. Oh, very interesting. All right. The colonies are safe. Okay. We'll send these. Yeah, Kenway, Haytham, or not Haytham, Edward also died in that incident, if I remember correctly. The general store. Diplomacy. Repair the Telemachus and send him off. Telemachus. All right, let's repair the Nestor. There goes the Nestor. Oh! We got newted! The sail needs. Oh, I don't have enough feathers. All right. San Carlos against 2 ships? Nah. All right, it's time for a big stretch. One side and the other. Ooh. Yeah, the San Carlos would have been in big trouble if I hadn't sent it with a buddy. Hey, we got feathers. All right. Man of war against a gunboat and a schooner. Should be easy. Oh, we got it! There once was a tanner put to sea. Love the playing, Casphere. Good job. Good job on that. And you redeemed another Newt Newt. You love the Newt Newt. You got 3 of them. Wow. Victory! You got a few of them. Slow down on the Newt Newts. Look, it's being a little slow showing me. We got Newt Newted 3 times in a row! Alright, we're saving the children. Alright, let's repair the San Carlos. And we send it. We are... Oof. Now see, I thought you were saving for something, Catasphere. Uh-oh. We got dynamite. Oh no. Oh no. No, why are you trying to... Ah! Why are you trying to blow me up? That's rude. That's rude! Don't blow me up! I'm trying to be entertaining. Noot, noot. Okay. Oh, I have 2 of the San Juan Bautista. Interesting. We win! Great. I'm fine with that. Let's battle again. With the San Juan Bautista. Arrow. Here we are. Come on. Get it, sink it! Victory! Attention Pokemon trainers! A wild Goldeen has appeared in chat. Catch her if you can. Alright, you got 2 missions, but they're not ready yet. Interesting. But I can do this one. His route just became hazardous, huh? It won't be for long. Oh, Loki stole your donut? Too bad. I'm sorry, Catasphere. Boom! I wanted to make it go faster. I only had 1 of those. Cries in good, damn it. You crying? Bruh. Oh, my nose. I think it's for like shinies in different forms. I'm sending the sailmates. Go, San Juan Bautista. Go. What do you think? You should be able to... Of all the... Okay. Let's see. What's up? Meow. Alright. Dang it! I haven't gotten any of the treasure maps from Kenway's fleet. And all of this is gold. So those 3 maps were in Kenway's fleet, if I recall correctly. Which means we got a lot of waiting to do. How much waiting? Some gold? I wish. Alright. Let's see now. These ships are in progress. Let's see. Do we have enough to add another dock? No, not yet. Those are all engaged in missions. Repair the Hercules. Repair the Neptune. Alright. Repair the Rapture. Diamond Restoration, San Juan Bautista. Alright, let's see. Hey, you're back. Hey, I got a collectible. Cast cupboard. Alright, let's see. None of those are available. We got one more mission available. First business again. Jesus. Ships in progress. 2 hours. Alright, naval map. South Atlantic. What do you mean these will be available in frickin'... Takes about a day to unlock this. You've got to be kidding me. Rio de Janeiro. You are... This is driving me crazy. I've unlocked New York. What's this? Pensacola. Oh, this is the first one I did over here. Okay. So yeah. This is gonna take a while. So, in light of that, let's check our... We are 99% there. We just need 3 more treasure maps. Buried chests. We need 3 more. And they're locked in Kenway's fleet. They are in the fleet. We know where they are. This is just gonna take a stupid amount of time to get. And if only we needed more. Only we had more. Jesus. Alright. Let's check our database real quick. Uh-oh. Stormy's got some dynamite in reserve. Okay, we got Billy Riley as a shanty. First one we got was Hi Ho, Come Roll Me Over. Alright, let's see if I can remember this by... Why don't you blow? Hi-oh, come roll me over. Oh, why don't you blow? Hi-oh, come roll me over. One man to one for the bell, two for the wheel, three to gallant braces, 4 men to furl to garnsails, 5 men to bunt a bow. Good morning, ladies all. But when they sing it, it's Kingston. We are outward bound for Kingston town with a heave-o-haul, and we'll hive the old wheel round and round. Good morning, ladies all. And when we get to Kingston town with a heave-o-haul, oh, 'tis there we'll drink and sorrow drown. Good morning, ladies all. Them gals down south are free and gay with a heave-o-haul. With them we'll spend our hard-earned pay. Good morning, ladies all. We'll swing around, we'll have good fun with a heave-o-haul. And soon we'll be back on the homeward run. Good morning, ladies all. And when we get to Bristol town with a heave-o-haul, for the very last time we'll waltz around. Good morning, ladies all. With Paul and Meg and Sally too with a heave-o-haul. We'll drink and dance with a hullabaloo. Good morning, ladies all. So long goodbye to all you dears with a heave-o-haul. Don't cry for us, don't waste your tears. Good morning, ladies all. That's a good one. Handy, huh? I don't want it. But we got it. Chilly, man. Jeez. But ladies, we got an ad starting. The Sailboat Malarkey. Roll and go. There was a ship, she sailed to Spain. Oh, roll and go. There was a ship, she came home again. Tommy's on the topsail yard. And what do you think was in her hold? Oh no, dang it. And what do you think was in her hold? Oh, roll and go. There was diamonds, there was gold. Tommy's on the topsail yard. Yeah, short one. Oh, this one. Yeah. That one. So early in the morning. Let's see. The mate was drunk and he went below to take a swig at his bottle o. So early in the morning, the sailor likes his bottle o. The bottle o, the bottle o, a sailor loves his bottle o. A bottle of rum, a bottle of gin, a bottle of Irish whiskey o. These are hard ones. Wild Goose. Whiskey Johnny. Whiskey is the life of man. Whiskey Johnny. Oh, whiskey is the life of man. Whiskey for my Johnny, oh. Oh, I drink whiskey when I can. Whiskey Johnny. Oh, whiskey from an old tin can. Whiskey for my Johnny, oh. Whiskey, give me a broken nose. Whiskey, Johnny. Whiskey made me pawn my clothes. Whiskey for my Johnny, oh. Whiskey drove me around Cape Horn, whiskey, Johnny. 'Twas many a month when I was gone, whiskey for my Johnny, oh. Yeah, that's all fun. Fish in the Sea, that's a fun one. We sang that. Paddy Doyle. To me way, we'll pay Paddy Doyle for his boots. To me way, we'll all drink brandy and gin. To me way, we'll all shave under the chin. To me way, we'll all throw muck at the cook. To me way, the dirty old man's on the poop. To me way, we'll blouse her up and be done. To me way, we'll pay Paddy Doyle for his boots. These songs are fun ones. Drunken Sailor, these are fun ones. You can always make a new verse to this song. Always. Always. Ones I know include shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his balls with a rusty razor, put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can add a chorus. Leave Her Johnny is a very famous one. I love singing it out on the waves. Storm Along John. Randy Dandio. I love this one. I will belt it out when I can. Now we are ready to sail for the Horn. Way, roll and go. Our boots and our clothes, boys, are all in the pond to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Heave a polo, heave away, way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Soon we'll be warping her out through the locks. Way, roll and go, where the pretty young girls all come down in their frocks to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Heave a polo, heave away, way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Come breast the bars, bullies, heave her away. Way, roll and go. Soon we'll be rolling her down through the bay to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Johnny Boker. And see. It's a repeat, I think. Rolla Bola. That's a fun one. Way Me Susiana. Oh, Lowlands. Wait a minute. These lyrics on this screen are very different than we get when singing Lowlands Away here. Oh, they screwed all this up. Ah, nuts, I missed the Nidoran because I was singing. Podsto's Farewell. Where am I to go, me Johnny boys? Where am I to go? Roll, boys, roll. Holly, holly, ho. Yeah, no, these... Some of these are not sung the way they're written down. There. Running down to Cuba with a load of sugar. Way me boys to Cuba. Make her run you lime do squeeze. Running down to Cuba. Way me boys to Cuba. Ooh, I don't feel good. Alright. Think I need to stop singing. Derby Ram. Spanish Ladies is a fun one. The Coasts of High Barbary. I don't think it's my hydration. I think it's something in my guts. Still, thanks for looking out for me there, Stormy. It is important to drink water. I drink my fair share of it every day, but having y'all force me to do more, I like it. Food, I've had food. Dinner was pork chops and corn, stuffing. Fun. Documents, manuscripts. The Aberdeen Bestiary, Phoenix detail. Likely insignificant or possibly faked, taken from the estate of Peter Beckford. Interesting. Atlanta Fugians. Interesting. Once owned by the Beckford estate. Yep. That's a nice one. Cortes and La Malinche from the history of Tlaxcala. I don't think I got this. These were all owned by a Peter Beckford. Portrait of Henry the Navigator. Crónicas dos Fetos de Guine. De Gama Dairy Extract. Extract from the diary of Vasco da Gama, one likely owner or scholar of the Voynich manuscript, or one of its copies, taken from Peter Beckford. Ooh, I cannot read that. Oh well. Epistole de Magnete. The Epistole de Magnete is an early draft of what we would today call a perpetual motion machine. Interesting. Magnus Septrometane. Oof. Axis Moblitz. Stylus. Pulse. Meridian. Hola. Huh. Introductio Geographica. Image of Jacob's staff. How interesting. Peter Beckford. Magellan's ship. Prima ego vele volis ambivi cursibus orbum Magellane novo deduce tutta freto ambivi meritox vocor victoria sunt mi vela alla presium gloria pugna mare. I hope I got those pronunciations right. Sacred theory of the earth. Comprehensive analysis of the earth and its vagaries. My bad. Written by theologian Thomas Burnett, taken from Peter Beckford's estate. Solaris from Mundus Subterraneus. I didn't summon a demon. That's good. Early image of the sun and its spots. Oh. Published in the 16th century by Athanasius Kircher. Thought to be from the collection of Peter Beckford. Ethereum, Spatium, Ethereum, Solaris. Interesting. Tabulae Rudolphinae. Johannes Kepler. Kepler? I remember Kepler. Nova obis terrarium meridiano tab delineatio singulare Rudolf ratione accomodad astronomicarum. Interesting. The fetus in the womb, a drawing by Leonardo da Vinci, relevance unknown. Leonardo, how did you get this? Vertumnus, a portrait of today. A magnificently surreal portrait of the Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II. Painted in the 16th century by the singular Giuseppe Arcimboldo. Note what appears to be a Paris japonica bloom in the fore, taken from the collection of Peter Beckford. Voynich manuscript, folio 33V. One of 4 extant pages of the mysterious Voynich manuscript, stolen from Peter Beckford's collection at some point after 1705. Though the manuscript was found in Europe prior to the European discovery of the New World, this image clearly depicts a sunflower, a flower only found in the Americas at the time. Interesting. Voynich manuscript, folio 34, the second of 4 extant pages of the mysterious manuscript. Significance unclear. Interesting. Folio 34V, the third of 4 extant pages from the Voynich manuscript. Interesting. One more. Folio 35R. Nothing. That is interesting. I wonder what other flowers. The World Map 1570. A map of the world by Abraham Ortelius, creator of what many consider to be the first modern world atlas. Yep, Peter Beckford's. Typus Orbis Terrarum. Quid potes videri magnum in rebus humanis, qui aeternitas omnis totiusque mundi notas hit magnitudo sergero. Interesting. Some of the shapes are a little wrong, but they got the spirit. The Columbus map, a map of the world once used by the navigator Christopher Columbus. Cristoforo Colombo. Why did I go Japanese there? Why did I go Asian? Cristoforo Colombo. That's bad. Mayan Dresden Codex. Ancient Mayan Codex, still extant, currently being held in Dresden. Once owned briefly by the wealthy plantation owner Peter Beckford. Interesting. Okay. Letters. Okay. Oh, how many of these are there? 20! These mirror the sticky notes, don't they? Okay, how much are they? Alright. To any and all who may read this missive, know first that I am Tom Kavanagh, born in 1652, formerly of Boston, now of the world, living in the year 1706. Taken to isolation long ago in the place of my ancestors, in pursuit of peace and steadiness of spirit. My story is a singular one. Though I make no claim to greatness or nobility, yet there is such an amount of strangeness in my blood it bears mention, with the wish that a better understanding may come from my situation, and with the hope that, if there be any others in the world who suffer from the same perturbations of mind as I have since birth, they might find in me a kindred soul, and a friendly voice to guide them to the calmer shores of sanity. In plain words, I was born a creature of two souls, one being my own, newly minted and fresh upon the world's stage, yet the other being an old and wise thing, a soul as old as the universe itself may be. Two souls, therefore, in a single body, competing for supremacy. For as long as I have been a thinking being, I have felt these two tides stirring within me. How this mysterious incorporation should have occurred shall be the subject of future letters. From birth I was known to my parents and neighbors as a boy of strange habits and impulses, my eyes being of unequal color and dimension, always invited odd comment and query, being so easy to discern, but my behavior was also noticeably queer. I was given to gesticulations of a mysterious sort, signs and symbols that appeared to my parents to portend a meaning they could not decipher. It was also said that I never did cry or protest, strange for a babe, but likely a comfort to my dear mother. I gained the gift of speech in my 12th month, my first words being "my love and beloved." My parents seized upon this as a good sign of robust intelligence, but could not have been much pleased with what such simple words implied. And right they were to be anxious for such a time that I should have called these kind shepherds mother and father by the age of 2 years. I had already taken to refer to them Elizabeth and Thomas, a queer sort of quirk for an infant, it needn't be said. But this was my impulse, and until I passed through adolescence, it was a practice I stuck to. Of the city I called home for nigh 2 decades, I have nothing but fond memories. Boston was a place of great beauty and peace. My father was a cobbler by trade, and my mother kept a modest house, as she raised me as best she could, and together we lived along the southern shores near the wharfs that saw the tall ships in their comings and goings, shuttling all manner of good to and from this young colony. I remember being always fascinated by those ships and the promise of adventure they presaged, and it was not for want of distraction or imagination that I spent many a morning sitting upon the docks to watch them enter the harbor from locations afar, or disappear from it, sinking into the horizon as silently as a dream. I wondered then what lay beyond that thin line of azure, and in wondering set the course of my desire. I wished to travel, to discover. So it was that I knew from those early days, "Attention Pokemon trainers! A wild Zangoose has appeared in chat. Catch it if you can." So it was that I knew from those early days I would not live out my life in Boston, but would range far and wide in search of the source of the strange secrets within me. Of that more shall be writ at another time. But let it be known I was content for a time, and that I loved my parents very much. I recall with great clarity the day of my first reverie. Heretofore, I had only the sense of my bicameral mind, but on this day I was offered a glimpse, as if through a window, into that second buried soul, into the second life within me. Ooh, that's rough. I got newt-newted! It's not my fault your command ain't working. I don't know that bot's commands like the back of my hand. Alright. Into the second life within me. I was 4 years of age, and it was a fresh autumn day. Ah, makes sense. I was out with my parents upon an excursion, strolling about the place called Beacon Hill. We, having only concluded our picnicking, now ranged about the peak to take a view of the city below. Nice catch on that Zangoose, though, Catasphere. Good job. It was then a coolness fell upon me. The world seemed to darken and glow all at once. I fell back, landing, it seemed, into a pair of coddling arms. A voice said to me, "Go, beloved, go to your rest." As eerie as this was, a deep love suffused me. The voice went on, "Your sacrifice will not have been in vain, and though you must pass from this life, I will see you renewed, reborn to remain at my side forever." Ooh, Stormy opened the booster pack. I wonder what's inside. Never before, and rarely since, had I felt such a depth of adoration. Then the skies cleared and the world lighted, and I woke supine with my parents looming over me, calling my name. It is with deep sadness I should now relate the genesis of my feeling of great isolation from my parents, even at so young an age, and my powerful sense that I was too much different from them. Meaning that though they had borne me and raised me, I seemed not of their issue, nor of their kind, and the reverie described previously cast this feeling in a firmer mold. I seemed not to be of this world at all. Indeed, there were days when I felt not remotely human at all, but of another kind of creature entire. Between the time of my 4th year and my 14th, I was given to such a profusion of reveries and ideas and dreams that I should sound mad as to describe them, yet by outward appearance, I was as normal as any lad, and further, was never particularly troubled by what crossed my mind. Visions of great cities made of glass, portraits of beautiful men and women in great flowing robes, machines that generated lightning as easily as thunderclouds, vehicles that flew in the skies as birds. As I say, ideas and visions too fanciful to be entertained by any sane minds, yet all too real in my head to be ignored. When I was aged 14 years, my father, feeling I should discover some better skill or trade sensible to my habits of mind, apprenticed me to a master carpenter, joiner called Jonathan Davenport of Boston. Master Davenport had then many slaves and 2 other white boys in his employ, one a bricklayer by trade, and the other a carpenter, both not terribly clever. But seeing in me a certain spark of intelligence and wit, Master Davenport was all too keen to place me as a joiner, and I was happy to oblige, the position earning me some £2 a year and great satisfaction of spirit. A joiner's work requires a nice and steady hand, and a great taste in ornament. Both qualities Master Davenport told me I had in large measure. And so it was with great pride that, well prior to the customary 7 years, I took leave of my master after only 5, and set out on my own at 19 years of age to seek my success, now a man and master in my own right. My master was not sad to see me go, but bade me good fortune, for he knew in his heart that I was the greatest talent he had yet apprenticed. For there is something of a natural genius in you, lad, a wisdom born beyond your years. And so, packing a kit of all my worldly possessions, I bid my mother and father much love and farewell, then took passage on a merchant brig bound for Jamaica in the West Indies, where need for carpenters of skill were greatly needed. It pains me now to think on my feelings of departure from Boston, and from my dear parents, who raised me so well, for in hindsight I think perhaps I should have been melancholy, or anxious at the least. Yet leaving home at so spry an age ranks as one of the great joys of my life. Never before or since did I ever feel such an embrace of freedom. Yet not at all concerning my leaving was joyous, as it was around this time that the voices came upon me strong, much like a man whispering in my ears. These voices were neither sinister in nature, nor did they prevent mature dealings with my fellow man. But, unlike my reveries, which came to me in my sleep or in daydreams, these voices came upon me at times inconvenient to my present purpose. Day and night they intruded without provocation, and though they were not a constant, they were certainly frequent in nature, and, strangest of all, had the qualities of memories. There were times, too, that I seemed to hear my own voice among them. Was it possible that I heard conversations from a previous life? Memories of those I knew. Memories of engagements long past. In the next letter I shall relate what were perhaps the most confounding snatches of conversations. Here I relate on one such memory, repeated ad nauseum throughout the whole of my life. Myself, a man, and 2 women. A woman. As biological traits are passed from one generation to another, why should we not engineer the humans to pass learned information to their offspring as well? It is well within our scope. And here another woman interrupts. Never! Already we have made them sturdy and strong. Why should we gift them with new advantages over us? We are dying. The war is tilting against us. We should discover a means to our own salvation, not theirs. And here the man disagreed. Our time is done. The instruments of our will shall soon be our masters, and we shall fade away. Perhaps not in 10 or 20 years, but certainly this century is our last. Why not, therefore, gift the humans with added faculties for wisdom and growth? Why not let them pass on the accumulations of their learnings from one generation to the next? By ever ascending degrees, the humans shall be as wise as we are. And here I seem to speak. It can be done. By simple manipulation of the code within their blood, we could improve their lot. And here the second woman screams, "Absolutely not!" And then the memory is ended. Upon my route to the West Indies, a curious instance aroused in me a revelation. It was a wanton act of violence that I witnessed, one that proved fatal only to its instigator, a pardoned pirate named Savory, who had come aboard to work off his debts as an honest Christian, yet died a devil full of drink after mistaking the reasonable abjurations of his fellow men for insults. He was taken by a self-inflicted pistol shot, sustained as he attempted to load his piece in preparing for the first of 6 duels which he had arranged as challenges against our group. All of us were sad for his misfortune, but none were sorry that our crew grew quieter in his absence. And yet, on seeing the poor chap wound himself so, and witnessing the blood freely flowing from his body, a notion sprung up in me like an idea long dormant, already within me, yet awaiting a chance to reappear. Thence came the phrase I had heard before, springing to my mind. The code in their blood. Suddenly, it was sensible to me. The code of life, like a shipbuilder's drafts in miniature, yet responsible for building each and every man and woman on Earth. How was it that such an idea made perfect sense to me? How was it I understood already that which had no precedent in the most modern philosophies? The code of life, in our blood. Imagine! These ideas swirled within me for many weeks upon that voyage, spinning in such a maelstrom of thought I could not articulate them. Reaching Jamaica, I pushed all idle thoughts and fantasies from my mind, and set about finding myself employment. A letter of endorsement encouragement from my mentor, Mr. Davenport, hastened my success, and within a fortnight I was able to secure an interview with an agent working for the estimable Mr. Peter Beckford, a man known wide across the West Indies as a one of honor and good intelligence. As, I must say, was his agent, for the man hired me on the spot, and within 2 days' time I was set to work upon the slaves' quarters, fitting them with sturdier doors and tighter roofs. For my own accommodations, I am well pleased to tell they were fine. 3 windows I had, 2 of which looked upon the cane fields. When opened, a light breeze filled my room, one scented with the raw perfume of the nearby sea. Perfume of the rear. Nobody make that a soundbite, please. Please. Perfume of the nearby sea and the distant sound of a hushing ocean surf. Often, too, the spiritual songs of the I'm not saying that word. Hard at work entered, and gave me a deep calm. It was pleasant there, only this comfort could not mask the dread I felt at the thought of catching the yellow fever, or another of the innumerable ailments that often struck those newly arrived at these parts. For my part, I saw well over 17 men and women perish from the disease within 6 months of my arrival. It seemed then that for every success I had, another 2 or 3 potential hazards lay in wait. As time would tell, this proved most unfortunately true. Of my employer I must say something, for it was owing to his connections that I came to find such troubled dealings. Peter Beckford was a man of great charisma and pride. In 1662 he had come to Jamaica, and in just 10 years had fast procured himself a sizable portion of land, which he now sowed with cane as early as he was able. Upon my coming into his orbit, he claimed all about him, one of the largest private holdings of land in all the world, rivaling only kings and emperors for his largesse. This same surplus applied to the number of slaves in his employ. Whereas he had arrived in Jamaica with a complement of 3, he now owned the better part of 300. A shrewd and relentless man of business, Mr. Beckford was known also be subservient to a Templar of cyclonic power. Wrath and fury and enmity were his primary means of settling arguments that could not be concluded in Mr. Beckford's immediate favor. He was, however, always kind to me, and as gracious a man as one could hope for an employer to be. But this I put down to my status in his eyes. He was a traditional man with a respect for rank and bloodline. I'm saying bloodline on purpose. In earlier times, he had been the governor de facto of the island, and though a statesman no longer upon my arrival, he still bore all the signs of a man who felt it his natural duty to lead. Further, his political connections he valued as deeply as his sugar and the money it brought him, and it was in this capacity, following the arrival. Attention Pokemon trainers! A wild Pincurchin has appeared in chat. Catch it if you can. Talk about arrival and something arrives. How fun. And it was in this capacity, following the arrival of a Spanish soldier, that I met the man who would change my life for the worse forever. A young man named Laureano Torres. Oh. Laureano Torres again? The Templar arrives. It was in April of 1673 when I espied the galleon in Kingston's harbour, flying the colours of the Men of Holland, which I thought queer but not unlikely. This was a ruse, however, for the ship's cargo was most assuredly Spanish. A gentleman called Torres, once a soldier in the Spanish army, now an emissary on behalf of his king, or so he said to Peter Beckford. I learned later... I got newt-newting! I learned later that he called himself a Templar and had made his visit to Beckford's plantation to look upon Master Beckford's strange collection of collected manuscripts. Torres was 2 days with Mr. Beckford when another object took his full attention, namely me. The sight of my face stirred in him a strange sort of excitement, which I found altogether untoward at first until he plied me with questions that shocked me to the core of my being. Said he to me one evening after supper, "Hear you voices, Mr. Kavanagh." "How is that?" I answered, feigning ignorance, though shaken in truth. "Voices from the dark of your mind, or memories to be clearer, as if from another life entire." And here I was terrified. How was it that this man knew the odd riddle of my life as if it were a banal fact of history? "I know not what you mean, Master Torres," said I, and took my leave of him, so anxious as I was. "Good night to you, sir," he said as he departed. "We shall speak again when you are rested and ready to talk." Still shaken, I bade him good night and made for my bedchamber, feeling another reverie coming strong upon me. When I reached my bed, I fell into both. Here I relate another reverie. Myself and a woman. "Beloved," said she, a voice so intimate and familiar, "our colleagues conspire against us. They dither and sigh, resigned to their fates, content to champion the humans. But there is hope for us. There is a chance we might inure our bodies to the chilling world, the poisoned atmosphere, and the war itself. Will you aid me? Will you submit?" And here I hear my own voice in answer. "Yes, beloved. What must I do?" "Transference," said she. "The shuttling of our minds from these old bodies into new forms. Mechanical bodies, perhaps, or into those of our instruments, our humans. In short, I believe there may be a way to transfer all we know and all we are into other forms. In this way we may survive the coming cataclysm and live to see our people repopulate the earth and recover her from those we foolishly set loose upon it." "Transference," I said aloud. "Our minds into alternate vessels. A dangerous prospect, but reasonable." "Yes," said she, "and who better to make this leap than you, my beloved husband, with a miracle unparalleled, a constitution unrivaled, or with a mind unparalleled." I misread that. "Constitution unrivaled, architect of the observatory, overseer of Eden's tools, the bright light in our civilization. If you are not capable of making this leap, perhaps no one is." And here I replied, "I will do this for you, beloved, for us and our people." Lost as I was in my reverie, I failed to see the envelope slip neath the door to my bedchamber. It read thus: "Dear sir, forgive the alarm I must have raised with my queries, but you have the exact likeness of a man my colleagues and I have longed to meet. Allow me an audience, and I will explain all. Your friend, Laureano Torres." I pondered this letter for some time that evening, wondering what it could mean that I had the exact likeness of a man he knew, and why it should raise so much intrigue. I wondered at this for hours, pacing about the room with a mind to slip from my chamber, when all of a sudden I heard a rapid succession of reports from pistols and rifles outside in the garden. To my ear it sounded as if a war had begun, with me a bystander at its center. I dropped to my knees and hid on the far side of my bed, away from the window, and shut my eyes. But as I did this, a voice called out to me from my chamber door. "Mr. Kavanagh!" it said. I raised my head and opened my eyes, and there saw a figure cutting a terrible outline. Hooded and robed in dusky sienna, the man lifted a small pipe to his lips and blew. I felt a sting upon my neck, as if from a mosquito. I opened my mouth to protest, but thereupon a wave of fatigue took me, and I fell asleep. I awoke some days hence in a bustling native village in the presence of that same man, many leagues from where I called home. A native himself with a strong and serious but gentle face. He named himself Balaam, and bade me not be frightened. Strangely, I was not, for his demeanor was calm and his words were kind. I asked him why he had brought me to this place. His surprise seemed genuine, and he told me, "You are a sage. Your face tells it plain. Your eyes most of all." I did not know what to make of this suggestion. He went on, "You are but one of a long lineage of identical men born outside their original time. Your likeness and your soul are a pattern repeated throughout the ages. Oftentimes a century or more passes without the appearance of a sage. Other times, two are born in the same decade. We know not why." And dash my brains, but all he spoke was known to me in some intrinsic way, and yet it frightened me all the same. How could it be that I was a man reborn? How could it be that I had already lived one life and had plodded through a second, still pondering the first? I spent many a day with this man Balaam, and in that time he told me all he knew, then asked questions of his own he hoped I might answer. For several days I stayed with my captor Balaam, asking him all manner of questions, and he asking the same of me. All the while I wondered what fate he intended for me. At last, on the 7th day, I revealed what lay heavy on my heart. "What do you want of me, sir, that you keep me prisoner so?" At this point Balaam laughed and answered, "You are no prisoner, sage. You may take your leave at any point. Only tell us where you wish to be dropped, and if it be in our power, we shall transport you thence." This answer surprised, then angered me. "Why then did you spirit me away in such a diabolical method? Kidnapped, no less." And he said in answer, your master hosted a Templar, and may now be one himself. Such men are not to be trusted with a prize so valuable as you. Steer clear of them, for they seek the knowledge that hides in your mind. Hey, Vortex, how's it going? It's good to see ya. How you doing? Steer clear of them, for they seek the knowledge that hides in your mind, your dreams, your memories, and the location of a place once dear to you, the observatory. Glad that you're chill. This word rang in my ears, for I had heard it before. Another memory from a time long ago. "And what do you desire of me, sir?" I asked him. "Would you steal the secrets buried within me, too?" Good to see ya. Good to have you here, both of yous. It's good to have you. We're reading through the buried letters from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. We already did all the modern day stuff. We will have another week of this, because we need to get the maps that are locked behind Kenway's fleet. Let's see. "Would you steal the secrets buried within me too?" Balaam smiled. "I would not shun them, but to share them is a point for you to decide. Your secrets are your own, and yours alone to lend." After my difficult counsel with Balaam, I took a day to ruminate on what should be done. Notions strange and uncertain battled in my head for supremacy, and I was never on one idea long before its opposite seemed a better option. Yet at last made my decision. "Sir, you have been gracious with me," I told him, "and my trust in you is complete. Yet I cannot share my visions and memories without first understanding them myself. I must therefore take my leave and travel in secret to a place that has occupied my thoughts for many years." Balaam smiled and said, "I understand well, and I believe in your cause. To find the source of your reveries will do you a great good. Go, therefore, and answer these riddles. We will provide you with supplies to see you safely embarked." To which I replied, "Thank you, sir. And if what I find satisfies me, I will return hither and provide you with answers that may satisfy you as well." In the days following, Balaam was true to his word. With his young son Atabai. Atabai?! Jeez. Torres and Atabai have been at it for a long time. With his young son Atabai in tow, he transported me first unto a fishing village near his own compound, and supplied me with maps and coin before issuing a warning. The Templars are lately come to the West Indies, and this Torres is their Grand Master. And though few now in number, there must soon be others. Take heed of them, and trust not their entreaties. For what they cannot earn by conversation, they will take by force. With this and a hearty goodbye, I took my leave of this assassin, and set out for parts unknown, a vague sense of purpose pulling me forward. After leaving Balaam, I set out in a sloop of my own and traveled for nigh on 1 year about the West Indies, sailing with a small crew to all manner of jungles and playas and beaches, looking for a sign or a landform that might spark in me a memory. Along my way I met many a fine peoples who did me great kindnesses and offered me work in exchange for more provisions. In this way I came to know the people of the New World and of the Old, and found in all of them the same hopes and desires. To travel is truly the finest education. Then, after my 13th month of roving, I found my object well inland on a known island. Here it was, the place Balaam had once called the Observatory. Oh, what memories the location aroused! Well prior to clapping eyes upon its structure, I knew I had come to the correct spot. Leaving my men on shore, I passed alone through jungles and deep ravines, coming at last upon the spot, and there marveled at its strange and foreboding presence. Without prompt, I knew what to do. I pressed my finger into what I knew to be a portal, and upon its opening I passed inside. What I saw there, however, shall remain a mystery, for the world is not yet ready to hear my tales, which would sound like sorcery to all but my friend Balaam, and perhaps the Templars who likely chase me still. I remained alone at the observatory's location, plumbing its secrets, all the while besieged by such an influx of reveries it would require a tome twice the size of a Bible to relate them all. Let it suffice to say that I came out to understand the nature of the two souls within me, and I am now content. After near on a week there, I was visited by a group of natives from the island, the people of the Taino tribe, I believe. They spotted me first, and might have killed me straight away, had my utter surprise not widened my eyes to such a degree that their unusual qualities were seen by all. At seeing me thus, the natives stopped and dropped to their knees with slow gesticulations. I understood at once that these men were sworn to protect this place, and in my further conversations with them since, I have made out that it was a previous sage who had employed them. Attention Pokemon trainers! A wild Bonsly has appeared in chat. Catch it if you can. That it was a previous sage who had employed them so. Or, more precisely, I should say employed their ancestors thus, for nearly 150 years had passed since the last sage had come this way. I am told his grave lies nearby, but is unmarked and inaccessible. It has now been over 4 decades since my arrival at this sacred place, and only one question yet lingers in my mind. How many more of my sort have been here in total? Near 80 Newt-Newts, yes. Nice job with the Newt-Newt there, Catasphere. Have been here in total. Near 80 millennia have passed since our inception, and I am apt to believe the number quite high, but I cannot know for certain. But let that not trouble you, reader, for if you have followed my story entire, you look for my final missive in the place where I will soon surely lay. hidden near the observatory, where I have instructed the guardians of this place to bury me when my passage across this mortal coil is at its end. Therefore, fare thee well until then. Nice catch, Catasphere, on that bonsai. As I write, the year is now near upon 1706, and I am sickly and in poor condition, and so must tell what little else I can of my condition. All I tell here I have dredged from the dark void of my memory. I cannot confirm or prove what I argue, but perhaps if some others like me were to see this, they would understand and feel not alone as I so often have. In my original life, I died in the midst of my beloved's experiment. This method of which she spoke, of the transference of the mind into a machine, and from thence into a human body, was a failure. Yet an instructive one, I believe, for in my last moments I recollect her comforts to me, and a clear promise that my death would not be an end, but a beginning. "There is another way, beloved," she said to me. "Imperfect, yet possible. Firstly, I will agree to carry out Minerva's experiments, her terrible gift to the humans. Yet my purpose will be contrary. My purpose will be your immortality. In collecting samples of the code in the human's blood, I will add my own augmentations, samples of your code, transfigured in such a way that when the proper pieces come together, it may further transfigure the zygote of a newly conceived child. In this way you shall be reborn, again and again throughout the ages. With luck, this recessive recurrence shall never die out, but travel on like a raft downstream along the tide of inheritance." I was dying as she spoke, there in my beloved's arms, but I understood her meaning well. "Look for me, beloved. Your death will not be in vain, for I will be with you again, entombed, lying in wait, ready to emerge again when the time is right." She then pierced me through the heart, thus ending my life. How truly bizarre it is that I can claim to have memory of my own death is a ludicrous idea. And yet I know that it happened, and that I now live again, many centuries from that time, waiting for the final piece of this riddle to reveal itself. Yet how this will be, I cannot say. Thus, to any and all who have read this and understood little, be not upset, for there is more mystery than sense to the world, and our only purpose is to endure it. TK 1706. Tom Cavanaugh. Interesting. Letters and manuscripts, documents. This is all the other fun stuff. Alright, people, locations, landmark ships, art collection, bracelet, cast covered. Oh, we got a trumpet. There are a lot of people in this. Lucia Marquez. Lawrence Prince, the Laureano Torres-Ayala, Kenneth Abrams, Julian Dugas, Josiah Burgess and John Cochran, Jing Lang, Hilary Flint, El Tiburon, Kenway, Edward Blackbeard Thatch, Duncan Walpole, Charles Vane. There are so many people. Harry Reid, Opia Pito, Peter Chamberlain, Pirates, Buccaneers, and Privateers, Rona Dinsmore, Smuggler Upton, Upton Travers, Smuggler Vance, Upton Vance, Steve Bonnet! Oh, we love Bonnet. The British Empire, Guardians, the Spanish Empire, Woodes Rogers. Yeah. Locations, we have gone to all of these. We will read later. Havana. Yeah, okay. Kingston, Fort Charles, Lawrence, Prince's Manor, Parish Church, Port Royal Tower, the Sugar Mill, the Watchtower, the Windmill. We can learn about all of these. The Queen's Staircase and the Old Avery Tavern in Nassau. Ships. El Arca de Maestro. El Dorado. El Impoluto. The Intrigue and the Prince. The Jackdaw, La Dama Negra. Nosso Senor de Comprensario. Sao? I don't know. The Queen Anne's Revenge. Royal Convoys. Royal Fortune. The Brothers in Arms. The Jacobite. The Ranger. The Revenge. All the ships. And then we have the fauna. The Black Jaguar. Bull shark, the capuchin monkey, the crocodile, the deer, the great white shark, the hammerhead, howler monkeys, humpback whales, hutia, iguana, jaguar, jellyfish, the killer whale, the manta ray, the moray eel, ocelot, red howler, the sea urchin, the sperm whale. Alright. The turtle, the white jaguar, wild pig. Alrighty, we have all of that. What do you know? We checked our database completely. What do you mean total sync 78%? My foot. We have more challenges we can complete. But we've got most of them. Most. The hunter, blowpipe, rope dart, golden boy. Interesting. Simulations. We're almost there. So the rewards. We need the cheats of Armed to the Teeth and Deceased Crew, the Emblem, and the Achiever. Okay. We're working our way slowly. Let's see now. Alrighty. Let's go collect stuff. Because we are trying to get all of this. The Nester succeeded. Good job. I have received a chalice. I've unlocked Montevideo. I've unlocked New York. I collected a jar with 4 faces. Naval map. Alright. Let's repair the Hercules and send it off to fight. And we've got Nad coming on up. I think we're gonna go a bit later tonight. Just for fun's sake, and because I can. We're working our way towards that hundo. But, I don't know. What do you think, chat? Keep at it a little later? Like, another hour, 2 hours? Up to you. Excuse me. Those are not new. Let's launch this battle. Here we go. In either case, we have read a past sage's notes and the modern day sage's notes, which I think is a good amount today. And we are working on it. Taste of money. The empty cellar. Secret medicines. New partners. Alright. There we go. Secret medicines. Send out the Telemachus. Empty cellars. Repair the Nester. Come on, Nester. I am counting upon you. Taste of money. Sending the San Juan Bautista. Boston, New York, Philly. All three of those are secured. Bautista and the Restoration. Here we go. We let it go. We let them go. This is going to be a victory. Gunboat will fire once more, and then the Restoration will end this. Victory! Now, I remember in old times there was a way to skip the ship battles if you had enough strong ships. Alright. What do you mean those will be available in hours? Jesus. We'll unlock El Salvador, huh? Send the other San Juan Bautista. And Brethren of the Coast, we send the Restoration. Alright. Don't know why Rio de Janeiro is gonna take a while to unlock. Whatever. Yeah, we're not... No. We're not duping missions. Alright. We've got the fleet running. That is important. Alright. Let's see now. Let's head to the general store. And get stuff for ourselves. Alright, sword swords. I have them all. Except that one. Or except one. No, I have them all. Yeah, I've got all these. Ammunition. Let's fill our sleep darts, our smoke bombs, and our rope darts. Go. Outfits. Are we missing any? Got the Mayan outfit. Yeah, we've got a lot. Pieces of art. Could buy them all, but do I want to? Not really. Let's sell all the sugar and the rum. There we go. All we have is cloth, metal, and wood.
Excellent.
Alright, let's see. Alright, sword sets. What am I missing? The Persian scimitars by community challenges. Really? Let's see, and this is community challenges. And the explorer's outfit, community challenges. Officer's outfit, Kenway's fleet. Abstergo challenges. Okay. Let's see. Got a cheat, an emblem, and that's that, but you know what? We're good. We just need that number to hit 100%. That is all we are after. Attention Pokemon trainers, a wild Lotad has appeared in the chat. Catch it if you can. I just want to double check something real quick. Let's see. I want to double check. Oh, it disappeared when I called it out? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I missed that. My bad. You know, my chat used to make noises when I got a message. Used to. Why doesn't it? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Let's see now. Let's see. Properties. Let's do it. Roll audio. That might do something. Maybe. I don't know. Jump bugs. We'll see. Nope. Not that. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're about to get there on a couple of them, I think. Alright. We got 3 chests, they're all in Kenway's fleet. One is on a mission that we are currently sailing, so that's good. We just gotta unlock the rest. Why the dynamite? Let's see now. Oh, come on. I'm not that bad, am I? Ah. My face. That's my face, man. All right,
What have you been eating today, then?
Let's talk to this guy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll do better on the next one. Yeah, I've no clue how to do that. I think I need to... You got me Oreos? When?
Rum bit of business, that. Not really necessary. I must be truly...
There's an assassin right there. Let's see. Ah, interesting. I know how to play checkers. Sure, I'll play first. Alright, come on. Don't you do it. Haha, he did it. I'm sneaky. I could, but why? Come on. Do it. Come on. Oh, so you're employing that strategy. Come on, then. Chicken. Brrr. Come on. Fine. They shouldn't be mandatory. Alright, it's gonna make him jump me. Yes. Come on, bro.
Good luck getting one inside of that shot.
I didn't think that through. I'm dumb. I am not throwing. I just didn't think it through entirely.
Good shot. Don't see many of those.
Come on. Yes. Haha. Come on. Yes. Fair enough. Come on now. Excuse me. No, Fine, I'll jump that way. I can feel my eye wanting to twitch.
That'll do.
Okay. Wait, no, don't do that. That would be dumb. Dumb move. Don't make dumb moves. Dumb moves are a very bad idea. He's only moving the same piece. Oh, now you move a different one, you chicken shit. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I knew you would. Oh, shit. This is a bad plan. Come on. Move another. Move another. Good. Good. Come on. Come on. Get a little bold. The only way you're ever getting out of this. Come on. Oh, wait, shit. I just painted myself into a bad move. It's okay. We're good. Kept our things safe. Come on. Do it. Knew you would. Fine, since I have to. Come on. Make a move. Oh, god damn it. I can lose one piece, or I can lose two. Best to just lose one. Come on now.
Close with that one.
We're getting this. I know it's riveting gameplay. Oh, great. That was a bad idea. I'm fine. Ah, attention Pokemon trainers! A wild snowy cast form has appeared in chat. Catch it if you can. Not yet. I will read Discord when I'm done.
Satisfied with that?
It does. It only comes into play when I make it so that he has no viable moves. That won't get him jumped. Nice catch on that. Nice catch with the cast form there, Catasphere. Very proud of you. You did a good job. This game forces you to jump. He's just moving that one piece back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm changing my last two pieces because I want to. Now, doing that will allow his piece to jump mine, or allow his piece to allow him to move another. The one I'm trying to keep him from moving is his last one that is not a king as of yet. But I am about to get it. Because if I move this to here, then he will be able to move this here, and then I won't be able to catch him to jump it. Make sense? Either way, I have him in, chess calls it Zugzwang. Meaning no good moves. Oh, so now I either jump. Fine. There we go. Victory. Victory's coming. This is gonna move. Shit. It's okay. Should have moved this one, but whatever. Oh, I'm coming for you. Now he's trapped. Whatever he does next, I win. Shit. Okay, he can get out of that. He's gonna chase that. Oh no, he's jumping. Oh shit.
I think you'll beat that.
That was stupid. That was very, very stupid. Come here. Chase me. Chase me. Come on. One or two moves. Here we go. Welcome back, Stormy. Welcome back. Good job. Good job getting home safe. Boing. There we go. Right now, we're just kind of scumming through the challenges. So this is Checkers. Checkers does not have what's it called? Checkers does not have a checkmate. No, the only way to have checkmated would have been to put the piece in the corner and then get a piece opposed with protection behind it. basically make it so a piece can't move. But he had other pieces to move, and trying to block him off when you were suggesting it would have, Stormy throw something. If they are unable to move a piece on their turn, then they lose. That is the lose condition for checkers. Yes, Catasphere. Yes, but if you throw the board, you lose. Uh-oh. I got bloated up again. That's 3 times in one stream. It's okay. We'll get through it. Let's see. I wish there was a way to hurry these assholes up. But all of these are going to take more than a day. I got noted! Alright. So, what I am thinking is we end for tonight and take a look next time. Actually, I think between now and Friday, I am going to be playing this to get all the Kenway's Fleet missions done and out of the way, because the majority of them is just select it and go. And then when we come back on Monday, hopefully, we will have the maps and we can go get them and get that coveted 100%. But I think this will be where we call it for tonight. Those of you with me live, don't go anywhere. We're going to be raiding out. Those of you watching this on the YouTubes, thank you for sticking with us so far. I hope you enjoyed the reading of the letters and the sticky notes. I'm hoping to be able to get them in one take eventually. And, yeah, just one take, get the full rant, and then in one take, get all the letters with no breaks, no tripping over my words, no calling out Pokemon. I'll find a time to do it. I will. But that will not be today. Hurrah for your commission being done, Catasphere. Hurrah. One of my commissions is almost done. It's in the final stages now because I noticed they gave me a white background with it, and that's going to hurt people's eyes. So I'd much rather have either a transparent or a black background. I'm leaning towards transparent. But with all of that, D's nuts. Yeah, I don't even see where that would have fit in that context. Anyway, those of you on the YouTubes, thanks for enjoying this journey with us. We got a little newt from Catasphere. Fly away. And then, with everything going on between now and the next time I see all of you, whether you're live or on the YouTubes, make sure that you are getting at least 8 hours of sleep each night, if you can help it, or whatever you determine to be night, because I've been on the graveyard ship before. I get it. The day doesn't end until you go to bed, and the new one don't start until you wake up. I get that. I feel that on a personal level. Make sure you're drinking your water. Make sure you're still trying to get at least 30 minutes of sunshine. Hey, Stormy got a newt of her own. You need water. Trust me, you need water. Your body needs it. And then make sure you're eating some good food, too, because food is important. You need something nutritious. Even though chicky nuggies are delicious, don't just solely persist on those. You need more. Yes, and you had more than chicken nuggets, didn't you? So, all that being said, remember to have fun, enjoy yourself, treat yourself with love, kindness, and respect. And remember, no matter how much time you spend outside in the sunshine, I will always be tanner than you.